Hey guys, we have got to talk about Priest by Sierra Simone. And also, I'm a little bit sick, so ignore my voice. But Priest, and then the subsequent book after it, Sinner, and then there's also Saint, but I've only read the first two right now. Y'all, the way this book had me in an absolute chokehold right out of the gate, and then kept me there all the way until the entire final page. So I expected this to be a, little spicy, irreverent book about a priest who breaks his vow. That is not at all what this was. It was so much deeper and so much more poignant than that. So a little bit of history. I grew up in the Catholic Church and was very active in my especially teens and then young adulthood years before I ultimately left the church and organized religion as a whole. This book dives so deeply into those just human characteristics that make dealing with faith and, sort of that like struggle that we all have when it comes to belief systems, and really that deep-seated agony and guilt that can exist in that journey with religion and engagement with God. This book very irreverent. So if you currently, if you're not sure how you might take a book that, on its surface is about a priest who has a relationship with a former stripper, maybe consider not reading it. But if you're like me and you've had an interesting relationship with God, with faith, I think this might be a book for people to check out. So the first book is about a priest and a former stripper, as I mentioned. The second book, called Sinner, is about the priest's brother and then his relationship with someone who is considering becoming a nun. And then the final book is about another brother in the family and his relationship with one of his brother's BFFs while he is going on a journey to become a monk. So they all have this sort of like religious component, but are all totally different and super spicy. I really loved just how much these books were, so much deeper than I expected them to be. So if it sounds intriguing, maybe give them a try. Definitely check the content warnings before you dive in. Has anyone else read these books? What do you think? Let me know.